Hello. How's it going, guys? Happy Saturday to all of you. Hopefully, you're not dealing with the rain and high wind and cold, weird drizzle that we are right now. Hopefully, you guys all had a great week and are having a great weekend so far. Um, Lady R will not be joining me today, but that is okay. I do have a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. First and foremost, if someone in the chat could let me know that audio and video is good, I would appreciate that. In the meantime, Aquatic Moose, thank you. The axolotl logo was actually made custom for me, and I'm pretty partial to it as well. I do love it. AV good. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so like I said, um, I hope you guys all did have a good week. My week was fairly short. I took a PTO day on Monday, and Friday was actually my last day with the company that I had been with for almost a year. Um, it was very bittersweet. There was a lot of tears, but that crew they did good. They had a little going away party for me, and they had some homemade cupcakes for me, and they bought a couple of hats with the company logo on them, and they signed those hats. Um, got me a little card they all signed wishing me good luck. So I thought that was pretty cool. That I'm really, really, really going to miss that crew. They were a great group of people to work with. They were a lot of fun. But starting Wednesday, I actually am going to be working at our LFS. It used to be called Broadway Aquatics. It is now called MC Aquatics. Um, and I'm just really excited to start something new and do something that I truly love. Fish community is, I love you guys, and fish keeping is a passion. So I'm really excited to actually do something that I love and share that love with other people, like, face to face every day. So let me say hi to those of you who are actually in here. Looks like Scotty Aquati, IHSP, Aquatic Moose. I did already say hello to you. Mark Sterlson, hello. Coro Works, hello, hello. Only Oscars, hello. Yes, June, you could probably come and work with me. um, it's like I said, it's going to be really exciting. From what my understanding is, they've already got a pretty good, decent crew so that hours can be dispersed fairly with everybody. So, the same person isn't working every single weekend, or the same person isn't working, the evenings to close the store if they don't want to, things like that. So, um, I'm pretty excited. I've already met the manager over there. She's been kind of running things with the previous owners for the last like 6 weeks or so. So I've met her. I've been over there several times. We've actually gone over there several times since I was hired in, and bought some fish and stuff. So, Sketty, hello and welcome. I do hope that I'm going to love it. I really do. My biggest fear is by doing this 40 hours a week, because I did get hired in full time. My biggest fear is, that it's going to burn me out on coming home and taking care of the fish tanks here. And, so I am going to try to make sure that I balance everything the best that I can so that doesn't happen. But um, I guess that's probably my biggest concern. I've done customer service before. I've worked around the public before. So none of that is an issue for me. I'm not worried about those grumpy customers that come in, nothing like that. I'm not worried about any of that. Aquatic Moose, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, this definitely has been a very nerve-wracking decision for me to make, but I feel like it's best, for the family, and in the long run, I think because I love fish so much, I really think that it's going to be a change for the better. Um, but if it doesn't, and I decide after a little while that I don't like it, that's okay too. I put my foot out there. I tried something new as and scary. Um, and I can at least say that I tried. And my previous employer, they actually did come to me on Friday and told me, that if I want to go back there and work part time, I can. So I have the option where I could work at the LFS a couple of days a week and, go back to the previous employer and work a couple of days a week if I wanted to. Or I don't have to, I can stay full time at the LFS. It's just, but my options are there. And that made me feel really good, that the previous employer was like, hey, should it not work out the way that you hoped, you're more than welcome to come back. So that made me happy as well. Jenna P, hello. Stephen P, hello. Gina and I have working in an LFS in common. That's awesome. I mean, it's definitely new and different. I think because I have worked in a lot of different retail locations. I've done grocery stores, I've done clothing stores. As far as that goes, I have a broad spectrum of experience in that. But fish store is not something that I have ever done before. So when this opportunity came up, I really couldn't pass it up, just for the sheer fact of it's something new. It's going to be something that I love doing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because I love fish. So I think it's going to work out for the best. I really think it's going to be great. June, yeah, we're going to have a lot more fish. Hopefully not. Um, and it's going to take a lot of willpower on my end to not want to buy every single fish that ends up coming in there. And it's scary because one of the co-owners, I spoke to him yesterday about what day I'm going to start next week. And, he said once I get trained up on how they want things ran and, just kind of the basics, he wants me to start kind of helping with ordering of fish. And that's really scary, because I could very easily be like, oh, well, Josh and I really want this fish. Let's order some of those. And I know that I can't do that because just because it's a fish that we want doesn't mean that it's going to be one that everybody wants. And we have to order those in bulk. So I do know that, one of the times that they order fish, once I get my 40-gallon breeder up and going, I am going to request ordering the female bettas for myself personally. So that'll be a plus. Aquatic moose, that yeah, that's right. There is no growth when you stay in the comfort zone. There isn't. Um, and I am not a big fan of change at all. I hate change of any kind. It gives me anxiety. It freaks me out. It messes with my head. So there has been a lot of pull back and forth in my mind of, am I making the right decision? Should I have even taken the offer? Should I have just stayed where I'm at? Because, that was something that I loved to do and I was comfortable there. It was an easy job and I worked with great people. So, it took a lot of willpower on my end to make that decision, to make that leap, into a different career. So, yeah, but I've got a lot of people rooting for me, including you guys, which is great. That makes it, that makes it so much easier when you have people on the sidelines cheering you on and truly hoping that you are successful. And everybody at the company that I just left was the same way. They did joke around, we're going to see you again or whatever. But they truly were rooting me on and they truly all do hope that I am successful in this new adventure. So I hope I am too. So yeah, come Wednesday, I will be going over there and starting that adventure. I may, if I can sneak some videos for you guys, take some videos kind of what I'm doing throughout the day and upload those. So, yeah, I appreciate that, Sketty. I really do. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone that has been wishing me success in this. So on to the next topic, and I'm sorry, my junior metalhead is currently messaging me because apparently she forgets that I go live on Saturdays. And okay. Anyway, so the next bit of information, or not really information, fishy news. Keystone Clash, hello. Actually, the last time that we went over to the LFS was earlier this week. We were walking around looking at fish. We did get a couple of things for our saltwater tank because that is finally up and running. Josh did post a video, so if you haven't watched it, um, please do give it a like, comment on it, help his algorithm out. Um, but while we were over there walking around looking at fish and whatnot, I happened to see a bowl, an aquarium bowl, and I thought it was just the cutest little thing ever. It was only $10, so I was like, I think I kind of really want to get this, get it set up, planted, all that good stuff. And once it's ready, maybe put some shrimp in it, and maybe one mystery snail. So I actually bought it, and the manager noticed that there was a slight defect at the top rim of the bowl. Didn't affect the bowl at all, but she noticed that defect, so she actually gave the bowl to me for half price. Sand, plants, filter, all of that I already had here. So I've got that all set up and cycling and ready to go so that I can add shrimp and possibly a mystery snail to it here within the next couple of weeks or so. I would imagine it's probably going to be ready before that because it's got an established filter in it, plus all the plants and everything. But just to be safe, I will wait to get anything into it. But I'm excited because it's a cute little bowl and it fits perfectly on my windowsill. It's just adorable. Um, Aquatic Moose says, just know you can't fail. You've already, yeah, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping you're right. I hope that this takes me even further into my passion, because I definitely will learn so much more about saltwater. Saltwater is not something that I really know a lot about, and I definitely don't know everything there is to know about freshwater aquariums and fish and care. So this is definitely going to help further us, in our own tanks at home and in our hobbies. So pretty awesome stuff. You had a mystery snail or apple snail in a half-gallon bowl for 5 years as a kid, and you don't think you did a single water change during that time? Oh my goodness gracious. Gabriel's glass boxes, hello, thank you for coming to my stream for the first time. Hopefully you enjoy it. Usually I have a co-host with me, but she is not here today. We are hoping that she will be here next Saturday, but in the meantime, we just kind of talk fish and whatever else comes up in the chat. I see that you did ask a question, so hopefully someone in the chat has a good answer for that because I don't. Um, we don't have angelfish, and when we did, they never laid eggs to where we had to worry about that. So hopefully someone in the chat can help you with that. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of checking this out, making sure that I'm not missing any other chats. If you came in and I did not say hello to you, I apologize. This whole setup that Josh has now is kind of weird and it's hard to get used to because now I have to look up to see the camera. And then I have my StreamYard chat to one side and I have YouTube popped out on the other side. So it's hard to keep track of everything. Nathan Hovey, hello. Can't stay, but wanted to stop by and say hello. Well, hello, Nathan. Thank you for at least stopping in to say hello to everyone. Hopefully you have a great rest of your Saturday. And I'm sorry, you guys, my phone keeps going off. What is she? Oh, she she's so cute. She's 18 years old. She has her nose pierced and just noticed that the gem came out of the nose ring that she was wearing. So cute. Okay. I have a lot going on. Goodness gracious. So yeah, the little fish bowl, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably like a 2.5 gallon bowl. If it's even that big, to be honest. I mean, I did put a little bit of sand in the bottom of it so that I could put some plants in there, but I couldn't imagine that it's a 5 gallon bowl. Um it's not a very big bowl at all. So probably like a 1 to 2.5 gallon bowl, but it is really adorable. And I cannot wait to get some little shrimp in there. And then, like I said, maybe one mystery snail, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on the water and everything, and hopefully it'll be ready to add something into here soon. Shane's Taints and Bowls, hello. Thank you for coming into the stream today. Nathan is laying tile in a shower, but out getting a new pump for the wet saw. Okay, so you had enough time to come in and say hi to us, and I appreciate that. Laying tile or flooring or anything like that of any kind can be exhausting. When Josh and I redid our bathroom and redid the flooring, it was such a pain. If the shrimp don't do well, I've always kind of wanted to do a lava rock scudscape. And see, that's my problem too, because um literally every single, well, not every single, all but maybe two of the plants that I have dispersed through my tanks all came from Kelly Foreman. A couple of them did come from the aquarium co-op, but pretty much all of my plants have come from Kelly Foreman, and they're beautiful plants, and they're just, she does a beautiful job growing her plants, and I would hate to put anything in there that would eat them. Your neocardina bowl is a ball. Use cycled gravel and a pile of lava rock. And see, I mean, again, I don't, I'm not an expert, but I think between using an already cycled filter and then those plants, um, and then I also put in some water conditioner, I think that's going to help the process quite a bit. But just to be safe, I'm going to keep an eye on it. It's been running since I think Wednesday or Thursday. So I will test the water here probably in a day or two, just check it, see where it's at, see if I need to do anything to help it along or if I just need to kind of let it rock and roll. Um, but yeah. Ball meaning fun. Excuse me. Yes. This bowl, and like I said, I have it sitting on my windowsill, so it's right above my sink in my kitchen. And when I'm in there doing dishes, I find myself like staring into this bowl, just imagining what I can put in it. So I'm really excited to get it going. Ooh, new plant spot. Beauty to your tanks and Hydra. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for that for sure. And then, the 40 breeder, we unfortunately we still don't have that running yet. Just too much other stuff going on. And we'll get there eventually. I mean, you guys, for a lot of you that have been following us for the long haul, you know how long it took us to finally get the saltwater tank even up and ready for life. And now slowly we're integrating some life into it slowly because saltwater fish are beautiful and expensive. So it's got to be done in stages, and that's probably how this 40-gallon will go too. But other things, bills and other things come first, and that's just how it is. These tanks aren't going to go anywhere. They're just going to sit empty for a while, and that's okay. Am I missing anybody else? No. Oh, yes. How many new fish came from cold water? Okay. So I think I want to say that Brandon said as far as the plecos went, there was like 28 of those. Then there was a couple of severums, um, maybe 15 to 20 cories, um, some other smaller fish, and I can't remember what they're called now. Josh knows, but he's upstairs playing video games, so he's not paying attention. Um, all in all, though, if I had to guess, I would say we were probably pushing 40 fish that we brought home. Two piranha were another that were in there. Um, yeah, if I had to guess, I would say probably pretty close to 40 fish. It was quite insane, and it was so funny because when we got there, Brandon had pretty much had everything in a tub. He had the cories and the plecos and those other smaller fish, which I can't remember what they're called. He had all of those uh, in a tote in water, and so we were checking those out, and then they showed us the severums, and then they showed us the piranha, and they were like, you don't have to take all of them if you don't want to. And we just kept looking at them, and we're like, these are all really beautiful fish. Like, we'll take all of them. So yeah, between Josh and Brandon, they got everything put into the coolers for us and got everything out into the car. But before we even did all of that, they took us down into the Chili Willy fish room. Say that 3 times fast. They took us down into the Chili Willy fish room, and they showed us, Mr. Grumpy Pants and Bojangles, just all the fish that are down there, which was really cool because you don't always see all of those fish on camera for Brandon's live stream. So it was really cool to actually see that room in person and see all of those cold water tanks and all of those cold water fish. It was really cool. And we've actually got plans for here soon to go back up there and go fishing with Brandon and Ness and try to catch some of our own native fish and maybe do a cold water tank. So it was really cool to hang out with those guys, though. They really are cool. Okay, you guys are all just kind of chatting over there. So yeah, good question to ask, though. Yeah, we ended up coming home with a lot of fish, and it was quite interesting to try to split them up between some tanks, because I told Josh that especially a couple of the plecos, I wanted a male and a female in one of my tanks, because these plecos, they are breeders, obviously, which is why Brandon and Ness ended up with so many of them. So I told him, I was like, I want a male and a female, and of the super reds. So he managed to get me a male and a female super red out of there, and a couple of the cories. All of the plecos are super reds. There's albinos, chocolates. No, they're bushy nose, and they're albinos, chocolates, and super reds. All males and females, all different sizes. Really cool. And the cories, what did he call them? Golden something? You guys all might have to help me, but I want to say that golden was in the name. But they're really cool too, and they're big and fat. Select Pet, hello. So yeah, we managed to mix the males and the females up in all of the tanks. So I would imagine we're going to end up with babies. And I've already kind of worked out an agreement at my new job that, if we start to become overrun with them, I can bring some in and they will give me store credit. So even if I just use that store credit for fish food, it's kind of a good deal because they found not only a local breeder, but they found an employee who is that local breeder who can bring them in those those quarries because especially here, quarries are not quarries, plecos are quite popular. The bushy nose at least. Deb's Aqua Pets, hello. Thank you for joining. So yeah, that was a very exciting adventure that we actually went on last weekend to get those. So that was pretty cool. What else do we have going on? As far as fish stuff, that's really it. Kind of boring, I know you guys, but at least I was able to tell you about my new fish bowl that hopefully I will be able to put some life into here soon. And my new adventure with the LFS, which I am super excited about. Yeah, June, that's actually why Brandon and Ness gave them to us, is because they were breeding faster than those two could keep up. So, I mean, it kind of is a win-win for us though, because like I said, as they breed, and we grow them out, I can take them to work, give them, get store credit for them, and so they can make money and I get store credit for whatever. Phone keeps going off. I should have turned it off. Sorry, guys. Select pet. I spent what seemed like forever the other day explaining to a lady that fish need a boy and girl to have babies. Oh, maybe it wasn't so much not having knowledge about the birds and the bees. Maybe because I know a lot of people just kind of assume sometimes that fish, have their own babies without any kind of help. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she just thought that that's how it works in the fish world. That's kind of unfortunate, but maybe that's just what she thought. Oh no, June, you have more wigglers. Oh no. Yeah, that's ooh, kind of what I'm worried about too, but we'll keep an eye on everybody, and as we have babies, we'll do what we can with them. Aquatic Nest, hello. I was just telling everybody about all of the plecos that we acquired from you and Brandon, and how we're hoping that if they start breeding, because if they do, my new employer at the LFS already told me I can bring them in and they'll give me store credit. So we're not so worried about them breeding as long as we can keep up with how many they have and how often. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Yeah. Unfortunately, you guys, I can't think of anything else really. I guess, as far as non-wet pets go, within the last week, we have had two cats that had kittens. Yay. Um, Not exactly easy to, keep female. It's been so hard to keep these cats inside so that we can get them spayed before this happened. And they both ended up pregnant so close together, obviously, that one had kittens last week and the other one just had kittens yesterday. So we have 6 brand new born kittens that I have to find new homes for when they're old enough. Dave Farrell, hello. 2 cats in the same day. Oh my gosh. No, I'm happy that they at least waited to do this like a week apart. And thankfully in different areas so that I don't have to worry about them getting overprotective and fighting each other. We've got them separated, thankfully. But yeah, we have a total of 6 kittens. One mama had two, and the other one had four. And the one that had four, this was her first litter. So um, it was Nugget. She's the one that usually, when we're live streaming, is up here in the camera, like all over the place. That's why you guys aren't seeing her, and you're not going to see her for a while on either stream, more than likely, because she has 4 new babies to take care of. So, but she's doing really well. She's protecting them really well. So well, in fact, that Minnie Metalhead has tried to actually pet the kittens, and Mama won't let her. She lets me, but she won't let Minnie Metalhead. So she's doing very well with feeding them and caring for them and protecting them. So I'm definitely proud of her, especially with this being her first litter. Select Pet says my learning curve in breeding was I didn't realize how much the babies needed to eat their bottomless pits. Oh, as far as plecos, even our full grown plecos eat quite a bit, so that's kind of scary. But oh my gosh, there's cat nappers here. I have to retrieve stolen babies. They both steal the others. Oh no. Are all of the babies so similar in how they look that maybe the moms are just getting confused? I mean, or maybe one mom doesn't think the other mom is taking care of the babies well enough, so that's why she keeps stealing them. That's insane. That's kind of scary, actually, that they're stealing each other's babies. I would imagine there's got to be a reason for it, though. I can't say I've ever had that happen, and I'm hoping that that doesn't happen now. That's really funny, though. I'm sorry. I keep going back and reading that comment. That's kind of funny. Like, I've never I've never known one mama cat to steal another mama cat's babies. It's pretty funny. Um oh, Debs, you're trying to get into an LFS too? Maybe that's who you were talking about earlier, aquatic moose. That's really cool. So yeah, I just for anyone that might have come in late, yeah, I'm actually starting at RLFS on Wednesday. It happens in the first week, then they stop. Cats are just so goofy. That's just the funniest thing I think I've ever heard is cats kidnapping each other's kittens. Makes you wonder why. It's funny stuff. Select pet. I've seen motherly instinct take over in both cats and dogs. They get in mother mode and want to care for all the babies, even cross species. I've had a dog take kittens away from my mama cat to try and raise. Yeah, I mean, that's probably got a lot to do with it. And maybe because I would imagine they're stealing these kittens when mama is, up eating or using the litter box or whatever. So maybe they just instinctively think, oh, she abandoned her kids. Now I should take care of them. But that's pretty funny. Yeah, no, and again, it can be extremely hard to leave a job. Um, and I mean, you're saying stable but draining. My my job wasn't draining to me at all. I absolutely loved working there, and I think that's what it made it so hard for me to make that decision to move to working at an LFS because I loved what I did. I liked pretty much all of the people that I worked with. I mean, there were a few that got on my nerves or whatever, but you're going to have that anywhere. Um, but yeah, That's what made it so hard for me to make that decision to cross over, is because it was a very stable job. It was a great job. It was an easy job. Um, but yeah, the perks of doing, being at an LFS are going to be awesome. Um, but then again, like Debs said, you have to watch your spending, and yeah, you have to be careful of not giving them back your entire paycheck for fish and fish supplies, or, whatever you see in there that you think you want. So that's going to be hard. Um, I think it'll be in my mindset at least the first couple of weeks or so, that if I see something, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. But hopefully I'll be able to use enough willpower to not go broke. Cora says, me sitting here at my comfortable stagnant job. Yeah, and see, um, I know a comfortable job, for some people it can get stagnant. Like I said, I was there for almost a year. If I would not have done this and made this switch, my year would have been in July. Um, but technically, in just a couple of weeks working there, I would have been there a year, because I was hired in by a temporary agency, and I had to work 90 days as an employee of that temporary agency before this company decided if they wanted to hire me on as their employee. So, um, yeah, altogether, I was there a year, over a year, but yeah, it never got stagnant for me, is what I'm trying to say. Like, there was always something new and different that made the day fun. Did it get stressful sometimes? Absolutely, because we had deadlines. There were hoses that we had to have done by a certain day, by a certain time of that day. So it could be stressful, but it was still one of those jobs where I never felt like I was really working, because I went in there and we always had so much fun. So hopefully it's going to be the same way at this LFS, and I think it will be. Mm. Oh no, only Oscars really wants to quit her job. Wish she'd get fired. Oh no. There's nothing worse than having a job where every day you're like, I wish they'd just fire me already. That's no fun. Oh, you guys, you can see the little severums. That's one severum right there, just above the arowana. Maybe it'll turn around again. Oh, actually, the other one's right here. Yeah, they're side by side right now. Those two are so much fun to watch swim around. And when they face you, like they're facing me right now, they look like they have a grumpy face. So they're pretty fun to watch. Cora says that's good though. Yeah, I mean, I've had jobs where I woke up every morning physically ill because I didn't want to go in, because I either hated the job itself or I hated the people I worked with. I never, like, anytime I had to call off at this most recent job, I felt terrible, but it's because I truly was sick. Like, it wasn't my mind making me sick because I hated my job. I was genuinely sick. Like, I never called off just because I didn't want to go in that day. Um, I looked forward to going into that job every day and seeing those people and laughing with them. Um, and breaking a lot of HR rules, because if HR would have heard half of the things that we said to each other, there would have been so many sexual harassment seminars. But we joked and we had fun, and that's what we did. We were in a warehouse. Like, the public was never in there to see us or hear the things that we were saying to each other. Yeah, maybe you just need a vacation, June. I don't know. That is a tough situation to be in when you hate your job and you hope they fire you. Like I don't know if you're being serious or if you're just joking around, but I have been in a situation where I hoped they would fire me and I ended up having to quit because they wouldn't fire me. So, let's see here. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but it's literally telling me that I have no viewers and I've only got the live chat for YouTube pulled up, but I mean, there's obviously a lot of you in here because you're all talking and communicating with each other. So I don't know. Coro says, I wish I had coworkers to laugh with. I swear I talked to 3 people for like 2 minutes during my shift, and I just sit at my station testing parts for the other 8. But on the flip side, I sit on my phone chatting with y'all for 8 hours. Hey, there you go. Stephen P's a real live viewer. You're a real boy, Stephen P. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate when you guys come on and chat with me. Sometimes doing this by myself is hard, which is why I brought Lady R in with me, and life happens and she can't always be here. And I get that and I understand that. And on those occasions, I have to push myself to do this alone. Stephen P says, I got no strings to hold me down. Thank goodness he got it. Thank goodness he got it. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I make references that I realize not everybody is going to get, and I'm always get really excited when somebody understands it. What is my phone doing? Sorry, guys, squirrel moment. Stephen, can you sing that song for us? Oh my goodness, you should make some kind of a video like that, and then you can play it at the Keystone Clash for us. That would be great. Or we could do a music video for it right there at the Clash. That would be so much fun. I'm just saying. We're going to have so much fun at the Clash. I'm so excited because we're doing it right this time and we're staying at that hotel. And I know you guys have heard us talk about it like a million times. Sorry, I just banged on the microphone. I know you guys have heard us talk about it a million times, but we're really looking forward to this year because of the fact that we're at the hotel. Yes, Stephen, we really should. Like, if we could think of, some sort of a song or a theme to do a music video for, I think it would be awesome because, like, your music video, your video or whatever that you did for the Steamy McStreamy is so cool and so creative. And that was all shot at the Clash. June says, I'm wearing my new What the Fish sweatshirt. It's cold here and I'm comfy. It's cold here too, and it's windy. Like, we're under a wind advisory right now. The wind is blowing so hard. I'm truly terrified that it may cause our power to flicker. I'm hoping it doesn't. Nobody ever wants to lose power, right? And especially not when you have 11 million fish tanks that you have to take care of. Sorry, guys. Squirrel syndrome over here. Okay. That's done. Super windy here, too. Well, yeah. I would imagine it's probably even worse up there for you guys, Ness, by all those lakes and whatnot. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I would think that it's probably even worse up there. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to actually do too many things at once. Um, I mean, yeah, I'm wearing a sweatshirt too, but it's like it's for our local watering hole. Says it's going to be a beautiful day. Aw. Well, yeah, I'm not holding out much hope that it's going to get any better than what it is right now. I think we're supposed to actually be warmer tomorrow, but we still have like a pretty high chance of rain. It's been very rainy, wet here the last couple of days, and I'm not a fan of it. Like, just like all of you, I'm ready for the cold weather to be done. I'm ready for the sunshine. And especially because with this new job literally being right across the street from our house, I can walk. But I'm also a wimp. And if it's too cold, I'm not going to walk. I'm going to start up my V8 truck and drive it, what is it? Probably 500 feet to my new job. Like, yeah. So I want the warm weather so that I don't have to drive that gas guzzler so much and I can just walk to work and enjoy the beautiful sunshine. Coro says, I woke up to snow this morning and I've been going on about how nice the spring weather is all week. Yuck. Yuck. Ness. No. Oh my gosh. No. No offense, but if that's true, I hope it stays up there with you and Brandon. You guys can keep it up there. We don't want it here. We don't want it down here. So far my weather app is saying rain on Monday. No snow. Yeah, no offense. You guys can keep that. We don't want that here. No snow. No more. A lot of you are saying snow. No. You guys are breaking my heart. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. One perk though, I guess, with it being this cold, there's nothing really fun about cold or snow, but being in an LFS and being surrounded by a tons of tanks that have heaters, that building is always warm, like super toasty, nice and warm. Um, so yeah, I mean, at least I'm not going to have to worry about being cold. Where at my previous job, they were constantly having to open up our bay doors to take product out and bring deliveries in. So it never really got very warm in there. Jenna P says, no snow here. We're back to 80 degrees. Hmm. I want your weather. Can you send me some? Could you just pack some up in a nice tight little box and send it to me? And maybe put a couple of plants in there too. Just asking for a friend. Aquatic Nest says today snow, rain tomorrow, and snow Monday. Yeah. We had a pretty high chance of getting rain today, but it's pretty much done nothing but drizzle and be really windy all day. Then we did have a chance for rain tomorrow, and it went from like a 98% chance of rain tomorrow to like 14%. So, like June says, supposed to rain all week. Do they really know? We'll see. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the time these meteorologists like put a blindfold on a monkey and give them darts and have them just like throw it at pieces of paper on the wall that have different, weather scenarios. And then they're like, okay, cool. I mean, I know that's not how it works, but sometimes that's how I feel it works. Does anyone else have anything exciting going on that they want to like bring up in the chat, or any questions, anything like that? I've got 10 minutes left in this stream and I would love to actually go for the full hour because I know usually if I don't have Lady R with me, I don't go the full hour. And I would love to actually go for a full hour this time. Okay. all new fish are doing great, Ness. I did actually go to the store, I think. Oh, it would have been Monday because I had Monday off. I went to the store and bought a big bag of uncooked shrimp, and we've been feeding the piranha those, and they love it. All of the plecos and the cories are big and fat and super happy. You can see the severums are back here behind me. They're doing great. Everybody's doing really well. Cora works, yeah. Of all the jobs to be the butt of the joke, you'd think it would be plumbers, but no, it is. Meteorologists really do get a bad rep. They do. All the schooling and everything, that they have to go through to get their job. And then half the time their predictions are like 50-50. Terrible. Yeah, Ness, everybody's doing really well. All super duper happy. And, I would imagine that these plecos are going to end up giving us babies because they gave you guys babies. So, but it's okay. We're ready. We're prepared. Oh, yes. Coral Works is going to be live later this afternoon. I did see that earlier. I will definitely be part of that. Um, and I don't know. I don't know if I can do this while I'm live or not. And if a moderator beats me to it, that's fine. But if someone has Coral Works YouTube channel link handy, please feel free to share that. Sorry, I am trying to type and talk at the same time. It's not working. Actually, I might. Here we go. There we go. There is the link to his channel. I really don't mind anyone dropping links. I believe that in order to drop links, you have to be a moderator, and it is not showing me who my moderators are or are not. There, Stephen P. Okay. Yes, Bex, I believe, is actually going live at the same time. I saw that too. So Bex hasn't live streamed in a long time. So I'm probably going to have to watch these live streams from several different devices, which is totally fine. And Coro just said that Crypt Keeper is going to be going live before him. So it looks like your Saturday evening streams are going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm excited that Bex is finally able to come back. It's going to be exciting to see her streaming again, just to see her face. I'm glad Steven mentioned that she was going live too, because I completely forgot that she had come back and is doing a stream tonight. So I'm glad that Steven was here and able to remind all of us that we need to tune into Bex if we can. And if you're able and you have enough devices, tune into Bex and Coral Works at the same time. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. We're good to go. All right. So, yeah, 5 minutes left to go here. Kenny E, hello. You joined us with about 5 minutes left to go, but that's okay. I appreciate you coming in and saying hello and at least catching the last bit of this. I don't don't really have a lot more to talk about in the next 5 minutes. So it's just going to kind of be reading the chat, answering questions if anybody has any, just that kind of thing. We're mentioning all the live streams that are going to be happening later today. Yeah, there's really, unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot to talk to you guys about now, and I don't want this to just be dead air. I'll give it a little bit in case anybody has any more questions or anything, and then I will bid you all adieu. And I don't know, probably enjoy the rest of my Saturday and wait for more streams to start. You just got back from the fish store. Ooh, what'd you get? Did you get any fish or did you just get like fish food? I love going to the fish store, but I don't always love looking at my bank account after I go to the fish store. And that ties into what I said earlier about I'm going to have to learn self control with my paychecks, and we're now working at an LFS because I'm so afraid that I'm going to end up spending my entire paycheck on fish and not bills. Food and meds, nothing fun today. Well, I mean, you can't buy fish every day, right? I mean, you probably could, but then you're really not going to eat or have any utilities or have enough places to put all of them. There's that too. I do think probably as an employee of an LFS, one of the first things that I will do, or one of the first, yeah, one of the first things I will do and buy is the female bettas for my sorority. Yep. Because ever since these new owners took over, I noticed that they're not ordering female bettas exclusively anymore like the old owners were doing, which to me is very strange because when the previous owners were ordering these females, they couldn't keep them in stock. They were selling out the exact same day that they had come in on shipment. So I'm not really sure why they're not ordering them anymore. But I'm really hoping that I can at least talk them into buying the 10 that I'm going to need for my tank. Thanks so much for sharing your experiences with the new job and like, hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm I'm a pretty open book. I try not to hide things from you guys. Aquatic Nest, thank you for coming. Enjoy your day too. People only like colorful fish. And Coro, for the most part, that statement is true. But like I said, when the previous owner was ordering these female bettas, people were just scooping them up. So why did they go from the previous owner ordering them all the time to the new ownership not? I don't understand it. And some of the females that they had in there, when I was seeing them, unfortunately, every time I went in there and saw them, I didn't have the means to buy them. But they were still pretty in their own right. Thank you, June, and thank you for coming. I think on that note, oh yeah, yeah, Coro. No, you're right. And that may be the excuse when I ask him, but I am gonna ask him. I mean, I'm not gonna be rude about it, but I am gonna kind of say, hey, just out of curiosity, why are female bettas not being ordered anymore? I don't know. We'll see. But on that note, I am going to say farewell to all of you. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have a good weekend. Have a great week. And more than likely look for update videos or even, little shorts of my adventure starting next week with the new job. And until then, you guys, I will see you Monday on Josh's stream, but I hope you have a good one. We'll see you later.